Dark days are afoot for budget gaming. Not long ago, $100 on the second-hand market could provide a wealth of 1080p medium settings gaming, from esports to tentpole AAA titles. Cards like the RX 470 and 480, GTX 980 and 1650 Super were all within reach and delivered beautiful frames, but then things happened. World events happened.
At this moment, we have 20 seconds.
2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry.
Planned obsolescence happened.
$100 GPU, but NVIDIA now says, you know what?
Lame-ass game design with nanite and lumen and mandatory hardware RT happened. And through it all, we have suffered. But maybe, just maybe, through the concoctions of some dodgy technology labs in China, we might suffer no longer. This is the RTX 3060M. Now, aside from some definitely authentic looking stickers on the fans, this is genuinely a GA106 die, but in some truly giga-chad ways. While the desktop RTX 3060 has 3,584 CUDA cores, 28 RT accelerators, 112 TMUs, and 112 tensor cores, this one sports 3840 CUDA cores, 30 RT accelerators, 120 TMUs, and 120 tensor cores. So somehow this is an all-around more impressive die that NVIDIA then chose to kneecap with lower clocks, a lower thermal envelope, and only 6 gigs of VRAM. But for what this card costs, $100 US, does that kneecapping even matter? Well, there's one sure way to find out. The test bench for this run was a relatively pedestrian system by modern standards, the kind that shouldn't bottleneck it, but where a $100 GPU kind of makes sense. It's some generic HP B series motherboard, an i5-12400, 32 gigs of Cliz3 DDR4 3200, which is still alive and kicking by the way, and everything on it has been run off of an SSD. Now to the obviously important stuff. Does it game? So yes, the 3060M is unequivocally capable of gaming, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I could have done something more, like compared it to a comparably priced RTX 2060, but going forward, for any hardware over the $100 price point, I'm explicitly not going to do comparisons for personal philosophy reasons. I think a constant barrage of comparisons and in-depth tech dives looking at feature sets and poring over minutiae about these cards has kind of taken away from the ability to just enjoy video games, to have fun, and I think it's hurting the industry as a whole. So I'm not going to participate. At this tier, all I'm going to do is raw performance metrics and let you decide if the card meets your gaming needs. And on that shocker, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one.